Hey everyone, this is Bitcoin Weekly Chart. This is our Rainbow Wave Perspective, a really interesting chart which helps us track the previous cycles and where we can expect a reversal from Bitcoin this cycle. And this is the 2015 to 2017 bull cycle top, which you see we tapped out of the red line. This is the cycle following that 4 years later, 2020 to 2021. Now, the most recent cycle, 2023 to 2025, unfortunately was quite muted because of serious economic headwinds, and we didn't really get above the orange line. If you kind of look at this yellow line here, the yellow orange area as kind of the topping kind of area, you'll see here, this is kind of the blow off top sort of area. We didn't have that. We didn't get above that, and everyone expected us to blast up a little bit higher to plus 200 or so, and we didn't manage to do that. So that would have been a 230k Bitcoin if we come up all the way here, showing that the macroeconomic headwinds of the last few years and all of the trade issues we've had have impacted Bitcoin's price action. Now, what does this mean on the reverse though? Because typically when we see an asset which has struggled to match the previous highs of previous cycles, we do see that as a bearish signal and then kind of opening up for this lower area. But the reality is that if this rainbow wave is respected and these lower fib levels are respected, because these are all fib levels here, then of course we could expect Bitcoin to start to find its feet in the coming months. This is August, the summer, as we start to approach the second half of the year and of course the final quarter. But a lot of people are predicting lower prices for Bitcoin. But this particular chart does highlight that maybe we won't see them. Maybe we may just have a little bit of a dip, maybe to around 49k, because we do have candles, we do have wicks, which do come down and scare us a little bit. Here's one here from August 2015. So you can break this pattern very briefly, a little bit of a dip there just to touch that, but quite bullish price action. That's the 2020 March pandemic crash. So it's a bit of a black swan event, but these levels have been respected. So even though other charts, long-term charts, are suggesting that we could come down all the way down to about 30 or something, and that'd be very scary, this chart is supporting a bullish recovery soon. And what might that look like? Well, we might have something like this, start having some bullish fervor, coming back down, and then this is the beginning of 2027, and then we start moving on our way. And if we look across here previously and see what kind of that happens, here you go. So this is February 2019, very early start to the bull run. Then we had a big reset, and then we had the bull run. So there's a lot of things can happen. You can have a lot of bullish price action reset. So it doesn't necessarily mean up, down all the time. We could have some kind of medium term sort of movement, a reset, and then a move up. Again, it's very challenging conditions at the moment. You see that this is a little bit more bearish, bear market price action to 2014, significant crash, really struggling to find its feet, but then away we go. So this has been an interesting chart to pay attention to when we're trying to figure out where Bitcoin can bottom. But this chart certainly does support Bitcoin reversing sooner rather than later, and it does also support Bitcoin not coming much lower than around 55, 49k. I mean, we can expect a wick potentially given the bearish conditions. We talked about how muted this bull run has been. That does open the door to lower prices potentially, but presuming this rainbow pattern is respected as it has been for the life cycle of Bitcoin, traders may see signals and indicators like this as confirmation that over the next few months you want to start thinking about planting some seeds and beginning to take your positions before the next bull run. There's other things, of course, on the lower time frames can help us find the bottom, but this is just one perspective which is important to check in with every now and again. But that's Bitcoin.